About 8 years ago, I no longer wanted to live with the negative effects that hair perms and straighteners had on my hair. My hair was thin, dry, brittle, and very much heat damaged. I would look at my straightened hair and it was just so dull. My hair had absolutely no volume. For my then job, I had to be on television one day. And I was excited, but also insecurity hit me. I was looking at my hair and it was like, what am I going to do with this mess? So I tried everything. I started going with straighteners, curlers, everything, but nothing would look good to where I felt like, okay, now I can go on television for millions of people to see me. And as the only black woman on set, I knew the hairstylist wouldn't be able to help me. So it was too late to go to the hairdresser now because it was going to be the next day. And I just knew I was going to fail, because if I do not feel secure, how am I going to tell them my story? At the last minute, my friend suggested I would buy some hair extension clip-ins, which I did, and it actually did make my hair look much thicker and healthier. But I never wanted to feel so insecure about my hair again. And I never wanted to depend on hair straighteners and hair clip-ins to fit into this acceptable beauty standards they have for black women. Inspired by my beautiful sister Shanaz, who had already been natural for a couple of years, I started my journey towards healthy, full, natural hair that would make me feel beautiful and proud. I vowed to myself that the next time I would be on television or had an important event, I no longer would have to feel so insecure. I would look and feel my best, and that with my natural self. That was actually harder than it seemed. The thought of my natural hair not being beautiful was deeper engraved into my head than I realized. I felt like I just don't have the head for it, or my face just looks so weird. And the shrinkage would bother me, and the dryness and brittleness of my hair would just not seem to get any better. Even though I had not straightened my hair in months, and I had been using mainly conditioners to wash my hair. The products I used would seem to work for a couple of times, but my hair would always go back to the heat damaged, dry and brittle, short, curly hair. Even though I was using a sealing oil and I was doing the right things, but things just didn't seem to work. Then, as my sister and I were on vacation in Paris, in a small pharmacy near Le Louvre, we saw a cute little bottle. It was like a cute little white glass bottle. And we read on it and it said, Monoi Oil. French, Monoi Oil. So we looked at each other and we're like, Monoi Oil? I've never heard of any fruit or any tree or whatever that is called Monoi. So we were so curious about what it was. By then we already had like this huge selection of oils, of natural oils. And we loved oils. But Monoi we had never heard of. But we were hesitant to buy it because, we already had a huge selection of avocado oil and coconut oil and all these oils we had already, been buying and trying for our hair. So what good would another one do? So we kind of sneakily opened the bottle, which you're not supposed to be doing in the store, but we did. We opened the bottle and we were like, what does it smell like, And actually that scent was so delicious that it kind of pushed us over the edge, like, okay, go on, try this one more. So we bought it, and right outside of the store, we opened the bottle. So we tried a little bit on our hair and on our skin, and I was like, wow, this oil feels super soft in a non-greasy way. And then, I looked up to my sister who had been putting it in her hair, and the sun was shining on her hair, and I was like, what am I seeing? I had never seen her hair shine so gloriously in the sun before. And remember, we've been together for the whole day, and I look up and I see her hair shining like that. I was like, okay. Plus that, that scent just kind of had us intrigued and in disbelief, like, oh, this is just delicious. Right there and then we knew that this was going to be our go-to product. So before we went home that summer, we had bought a couple of bottles for me, my sister, my mom, and some of our friends, because we felt like everybody had to try this. And back home, after a few weeks of trying this Monoi oil for our hair, skin, in every possible way, we were seriously in love. This was what we had been looking for. The results of my hair were always the same with this Monoi oil product. It was shiny, it was healthy looking, it felt great, and it smelled great. So I was like, okay, finally a product we can count on. This was going to be our everyday hair crush product, and our hair was finally getting healthy. But then we found out that this Monoi oil was nowhere to be found back home. No store sold it. So as it was time to, refill our stash, we had to drive all the way back to Paris, which is about 5-6 hours from where we used to live. We'd have to drive all the way to Paris and buy, a few products for us and our friends who would ask us to bring some home for them. So after a few times, we just got tired of the whole back and forth for a few bottles of Monoi oil, and we were like, what are these French people doing? Why are they keeping this to themselves? We knew we couldn't keep doing this, and besides, everyone should have this product, not just us. So we started to do some research about Monoi oil, and we found out that it's a century-old recipe from the indigenous Maui people of Tahiti. Till this day, the people of Tahiti still use it for medicinal, beauty, and religious purposes. Monoi oil is a combination of hand-picked tiare flowers, soaked for 2 weeks in copra oil, which is made from naturally fallen coconuts. The production of the real Monoi oil is regulated and is still being done according to the ancient tradition of how the Maui people used to do it, with respect for nature and people of Tahiti. That's the Monoi oil we wanted, the real one. After a long search, we finally found a little family-owned Monoi production farm that was happy to supply us. Yay! They sold the real, original Monoi de Tahiti. And, we can be more proud today of the super quality of our product. This product was actually the start of Double Beauty and our own brand. And it has helped so many women along the way to finally achieve their hair and beauty goals. So, this is it right now. We call it Miracle Treatment. Completely made from the real Monoi de Tahiti. A pure bottle of Monoi de Tahiti. Delicious. With the amazing tiare scent. This product by Double Beauty, the Miracle Treatment, has been featured in magazines. It has been featured on prestigious blogs and vlogs worldwide, and it's been sold worldwide. We have a 5-star review rating on Amazon, and I am proud to say that I was able to talk about my product on a major European TV network, proudly wearing my own naturally curly hair. I feel so much more beautiful and secure now that I know that I can only rely on nothing but my own healthy hair to feel confident and beautiful. And we want you to benefit from this oil and to fall in love with your own natural beauty. So we have made this limited time special offer for you to get started on achieving your hair goals without toxic chemicals. Just pure natural goodness. Okay, so get your own bottle of Monoi Oil right now down here because our stock is running low, and because of the thorough and respectful production process, we cannot be sure when our next stock will be arriving. So make sure you use this limited offer right now and get yourself a bottle. Trust me, you'll love it. And of course, welcome to our world of natural goodness and a loving community of naturalistas. I'm Shanine, and together with my twin sister Shanaz, we founded Double Beauty.